I'm talking to you now from Bangkok in Thailand. It's my first solo trip, and I just got back from Rome, Abu Dhabi, and Dammam, where I had a smashing time. And yeah, there's more adventures to come. So I thought I'd start documenting this stuff on YouTube. I'm going to Koh Samui next week, so I thought I'd get my head down for the next 7 days in Bangkok. Because to be honest, I'm not really about that party lifestyle. So there's a lot of work to be done, and yeah, I thought I'd sort of get some of my views and ideas out there, which are not sort of part of the orthodox self-improvement stuff. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can leverage your 9 to 5 job to become financially free. There are a lot of ways sort of people preach on how to do this, but I have my own ways. I'm not about the appointment setting, dropshipping sort of route. I've tried these things and I've made small amounts of money from it. So I sort of understand and think I know what I'm talking about. But if you hear me out and hear what I have to say, I'm sure you'll get some value from it. So let's jump straight into it and enjoy the video, boys. Part 1. Don't look down on yourself or other people for working a job. Even if you want to go that sort of digital nomad route, doing appointment setting, whatever, that's fine. Just a point I want to make is it takes a lot of work for people to run this impossible infrastructure, and it's very demeaning to use terms such as the rat race or escaping the 9 to 5, because if that's a route people want to go, I don't think there's an issue with that, especially if they want to leverage it to improve their life and improve their families' lives. I definitely feel like the way I'm going about things, I'm going to be retiring my mum. Eventually I'm going to hit millionaire status, and if you just take on board what I have to say, I feel like you can get there too. That's not to say there aren't the rat race. That's definitely a thing, I'll be honest. And I've got an anecdote I want to talk you through. When I turned 16, I moved out for the first time. I know it's very young for someone to do that. It's a big step, but I did it for my own self-improvement goals. I left sixth form college and I went to normal college for a week. I left there because it's something I did want to do, and that's fine. I don't regret it to this day. But I found, instead of finding myself in the best part of my life, I found myself in the most dreadful part of my life. I was going through a gram of weed every day. I was working 12 hours a day on this construction job. It weren't like I was just doing overtime. They were the actual hours I had to work, and that was 5 days per week. And I was only on £7 an hour, and it was very laborious, tiring work. And it didn't help out a shit boss. My point is, a job that you can't leverage and have time outside of your job to go ahead and improve yourself and your business and your actual overall well-being, that is being inside of the rat race. When you can't actually take care of your well-being and live below your means, that is living in the rat race. Not just having a job. Having a job is not being in the rat race. It's not something you need to escape. You're not inside the matrix. But it gets to a point where if you're not looking after yourself, it becomes a problem. So that's something I just wanted to bring up. Having a job, you're going to learn so many skills. I've been in 5 different industries now, and I'm very practically intelligent. Honestly, I feel like I could put a house together if I had the capital together. Part 2, leveraging your job. You need to start doing what you're good at. You need to experiment with different industries. I've worked in hospitality for 2 years. I've had about a year's worth of construction work. I've done sales on and off for the past 2 years. Social media marketing is something I dabbled into. But you need to sort of look into different things, because now I've built so many connections. If I sort of got lost out here in Thailand now and had no money, I could go ahead and call one of the guys up from the social media marketing company, and I could say, I need a bit of capital. Could I do a bit of work for you, and you guys could help me out? The same if I was back home. If I became redundant, I didn't have any work, I could just go to one of my mates' businesses and say, "Have you got any work for me?" Um, I've done that through proving that I'm a good worker, over providing, and um, just not only having my own interests, also having the business's interests, because that's a big issue. A lot of people go into work, get their paycheck, that's it. You actually want to try and provide more value for the business, and they will do that in return. They'll notice the loyalty there, and even if you leave that job, especially if you leave on a good note, they will reward that loyalty, um, depending on if they're a good sort of business or not. And you should know that from the start and the first couple of weeks working there. So my point is, you want to try new things, try different industries, and sort of upgrade those skills. Again, I've increased different sorts of intelligence from working in different industries, and you're going to see that if you take on my advice that I've just given you. Part three: people want to sell you the digital nomad dream. Um, from the age of 12 years old, I think 12 years old was the first time I ever made any money online, and that was from selling what was it, a PS Vita, like a PS4 but in console form. I bought one of them, and me and my uncle repaired it, and we sold it for £250. That's the first time I ever saw any money online, and it was quite a big moment for me, and I've loved making money online ever since. eBay was the first business model I went with. At about 13 years old, I was making a couple hundred per week. Then my account got closed down. I don't know what happened with it, but yeah. Then to be honest, from there, I just went on looking at different business models. I had success with freelancing, no success with dropshipping. I sort of stopped with e-commerce from that event that happened. Appointment setting, I had very little success with, but copywriting and sales, I sort of did alright with. My point is, I never really had much success with building connections in the online world, which is not the case in the real world. I'm the type of person that likes getting my hands dirty. I actually like doing work, and for that reason, that's the way I want to go with things. That's how I want to make money. But I do feel like, although I'm a very practical person, I do feel like there was issues with sort of these industries like dropshipping, appointment setting, due to the sheer amount of people that are going over there from courses like the real world and trying to take over that market. I don't think there's a space for you to become a millionaire financially free in this space. I do think if you find that lucky hutch, you'll make a bit of money, but someone's eventually going to say, okay, we don't need you anymore, and that's it. You're going to have to spend another 2 weeks just doing outreach to find another client, and I don't think that's a very secure way to have all your income coming in, because you could have one event that one new AI product that comes out that sort of completely wipes you out, which is an issue. Whereas the job I do now, cooking, I'm sure in the future you could have some sort of robot that could do that, or my point is, humanity and technology is always adapting, but it seems like AI is going to be taking over like all this dropshipping, sales stuff very soon. So it's not something I want to continue going into. As I was saying, I don't think people have your best interests at heart when they tell you you're gonna make money with appointment setting or dropshipping. Because do you really think they're going to continue doing that when they get that course out? They probably made a bit of money from it back in 2022, but now they need to make more money, so they're going to start teaching it. And that's where the real money is, by the way, actually teaching people that skill. People selling these courses, they want your money. They don't have your best interests at heart. Although they're saying what you want to hear, it might not be the best way to become financially free, in my opinion. Part 4, you need to be a lifelong hustler. You can't always stick to one thing. Although you don't want too many plates spinning at once, I think you should focus on 1 or 2, maybe 3 things at once. You always need to jump on new opportunities and be willing to try new things. You need to be a lifelong learner. I'll break down my plan for you. I currently have just left my 9 to 5 job that I'm going to be going back to when I come back from Thailand to keep money coming in. But I also set up my private catering business with HMRC now. I've got a few inquiries already coming through, but I've got my website and stuff up that I'm going to leave a link in the description so you can take reference from and just see what I'm talking about. But you need to try other things as well. I also want to invest into property. From the capital I get from my private catering business, I want to go ahead and use my skills I have in construction to make more money from sort of doing rent to rent, maybe getting a mortgage and doing a big property up. But my point is, you just need to try new things and adapt to new markets. Once you actually get a big flow of money coming through, it's quite hard to lose it because you've learned the skills to actually get there. It's more about character than like actual money, like an energy coming towards you. Part 5, I just want to talk about the blueprint to becoming rich with your 9 to 5 job. So step 1 is finding your profession. What are you good at? What do you see yourself doing for the next 10 years? There's no point in doing an office job if you don't think you can leverage it, if you don't think you can do that for the next 10 years. For me, I love cooking. I think I could do that for the next 50 years if I wanted to. It's something that I can try new things every day, experiment with, and actually have a lot of fun with. Step 2, master your profession. They say you've got to do one thing 1,000 times for you to master something. And I think it's completely true, even in the workplace. It's like working a muscle. The more reps you do, the more muscle you're going to build. Step 3, be your own boss. Slowly go over to sort of doing your own thing, not working for someone, because no one wants to spend their life listening to their boss. You want to be your own man. You want to provide for your family. I think that's very important. Step 4, you want to learn to invest in yourself, your business, and even invest into other businesses to get your money up. I'm not a crypto guy. I used to dabble a bit of money into it. I've got about £300 in Bitcoin. That's about it. But I think you should look into getting a SIPS account. That's the best sort of fund I found to invest into stocks. So you can. It's basically a retirement fund where you can put money into whichever stocks you want to. I won't talk to you about my plans for investing because I don't like that sort of responsibility. I don't want to say that I've told you to invest in Ethereum and then you lose a bunch of money. But yeah, look into investing, do your own research, and I'm sure you'll get some information on it. Finally, you're going to want to scale your business to start making more money and scaling other businesses. Just be a hustler basically. Just find out where you can make more money, squeeze money out from different markets, learn where you can invest your money even better, where could you invest your money into your business, getting more staff, getting more equipment. There's millions of ways you're going to look at it, and I can't put it to you on a plate. You need to learn this stuff yourself through having different jobs, different experiences, and failure. Failure is a big one. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making it, to be honest. I feel like I've been getting better on camera since I used to make videos on my other channel. But yeah, again, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you boys later.